Hey, how's it going? Bringing you my Stamina Sorcerer group PvP build for the no proc meta in Cyrodiil. Get into the stat sheet. Got 4,300 weapon damage, 9k pen, 28k health, 28k stam, 1,500 stamina recovery. Back bar health recovery is going to be a little bit higher because we're using endurance. Buff stats in the front bar. Get up to 5k weapon damage, 26k resistances. Here's the back bar, 26k resistances still. We are an orc for this build. We do have Ent buff in this campaign. I'm running the Lover Mundus. I'm not using any kind of penetration other than Spriggans. So I feel like the Lover Mundus is definitely going to help me out with some more damage. This patch I like using Smoke Bear Haunch. You're getting a lot of resources and a lot of weapon damage from all the upgraded stats that they did with this latest patch. So I really feel like recovery over more resources is going to benefit me in the long run. This food gives you max health, health recovery, stam, and mag recovery. As I said before, we're using Spriggans. We're using Spriggans dual wield. I went with our Nirnhone sword and a sharpened axe on the front bar. We're back barring endurance. Now I did powered because most of my heals were on the back bar. This will also help. This will help with the echoing vigor. I got echoing vigor on because this is a group build. I'm not claiming this to be a 1vx build or solo build, none whatsoever. This is strictly for group play. This is good for small scale. It's a lot of group utility. I'm doing one piece Swarm Mother on the helmet, going with a heavy tri-statin glyph reinforced. And then for the body, we're doing medium fortified brass. I am running a Spriggan's shoulder so I can keep the 5-piece on the front bar. And I'm doing the necklace of Spriggans, weapon damage with robust. I'm doing a ring of endurance, stam recovery with healthy. And I'm doing a Spriggans ring, stam recovery, and robust. As for the skills, we'll start with the back bar. I'm running suppression field. It's negate. Nobody's going to heal through that. Nobody can ult dump through that. Good group utility. And of course, Dark Deal. Stamsorc wouldn't be Stamsorc without Dark Deal. We're also using Hurricane on the back bar and Crit Surge. We're using Bombard. Bombard, stupid OP. If you're not using it on a Stamsorc, start. You can combine Bombard with Streak and it's a double stun. It's a big AoE, it hits everybody, it's an immobilization. And as I said before, we're using Echoing Vigor. This is for small scale, this is for group. The heal isn't that great, but you got 2 or 3 people using this and you're all staying tight, you're on top of each other. The heals are going to be good. Echoing Vigor, it's good group utility. Front bar, I'm running Razor Caltrops. This is going to also give my group some more pen. And it's going to reduce the movement speed of my enemies. We're using Deadly Cloak. It's going to give us that major evasion. And it's just free damage. And of course, Whirling Blades. I'm using Streak. I know some Stamsorcs like using Ball of Lightning, but again, this is for group build utility. Streak, it's too OP not to have in a group. Combine that with Bombard, like I said before, it's a good combo. A lot of stun. And we're using Dawnbreaker of Smiting as the ultimate. I'll hop into champion points here. Now, I've seen in a lot of videos, people don't really go over to Green Tree. They say there's not much in here that's useful for PvP. I'd have to disagree with that. If you come down here, Breakfall, reduce fall damage when taken by 7% per stage. 35% reduced damage from fall damage. That's big in PvP, especially when you're trying to kite. I like using Rationer. Keeps the food or drink buffs up a lot longer for another 30 minutes. And I also like using Liquid Efficiency. Whenever you use a potion or poison, you have a 10% chance to not consume it. That's big. You know, if potions aren't cheap, move pots aren't cheap, tripods are not cheap. You know, if you can have that 10% chance to not consume one or two while you're playing, that's big. I'm using Gifted Rider. Increase the mount speed by 2% per stage. You'll get 10% more mount speed. Why wouldn't you want that in Cyrodil? On top of already getting major gallop from continuous attack. And then outside of combat, again, improves mastery with mounts removing all stamina cost outside of combat. You know, a lot of my characters, I don't put any points into endurance. I'm lazy. I just put points into the riding speed. So this is huge. And I'll go over the other ones here. I have the Weapon Enchant Decay. That's a good one for PvP. The other two are kind of irrelevant. I'll get into the blue tree here. I'm using Swift Renewal. Healing done with healing over time effects by 2%. This is going to help out with the Echoing Vigor. You know, again, we're all about group utility. This is a utility build. So the Echoing Vigor is a healing over time. So it's going to be 10% more healing done with the Echoing Vigor. And then we're going to use crit damage and crit healing done by 2% per stage. We're using Fighting Finesse. I'm running Crit Surge, so this is going to apply to that. And also I put points in the crit chance. The more I crit, the more I heal with Crit Surge up. The Extended Might Tree, we're using 40 points in the Piercing, 40 in the Battle Mastery, 30 in the Mighty. And the Staving Death, I have slotted Resilience for the extra crit resistance. We got 20 points in Quick Recovery, 40 points in Elemental Aegis, and 40 points in the Hardy. I also have Biting Aura slotted. Increase your damage done with area of effect attacks by 2% per stage. This is going to affect Hurricane, Bombard, Streak, my Whirling Blades, my Deadly Cloak, all the skills that I'm mainly using to put out damage and stuns to help the group. This is going to apply to all of that. Hop over to the red tree. What I have slotted is Juggernaut, Hardened, Peace of Mind, and Ironclad. That's just what I like running. You can switch it up to how you like it. This is what I've found to be really effective for this group build. I put 40 points into Defiance, 45 into Tumbling, 50 into Mystic Tenacity, put 25 into Tempered Soul. I wasn't really sure where else to put points, so that's not really a bad thing to have. 40 points into Hero's Vigor, more health on the build. Hasty, movement speed when sprinting by 2% per stage. That's a nice one to have on a Stamsorc. Reduce the cost of sprint by 20 stamina per stage. Also a good one to have for Stamsorc. So I'll just go over the tree. What I'm using again, I'm using Juggernaut in the red tree, Peace of Mind, Hardened, and Ironclad. In the blue tree, I'm using Resilience, Biting Aura, Swift Renewal, and Fighting Finesse. And in the green tree, we're using Rationer, Liquid Efficiency, War Mount, and Gifted Rider. Alright, and that's my build for the no proc meta in Cyrodiil. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could leave a like and subscribe. Leave any comments down below. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them the best as I can. Thanks, and see you in the next video.